I've been thinking about this Indian saint called Ramana Maharshi. Phenomenal human being. I wish I knew him in person, but I know him in spirit because we're all spirit. And so someone asked him the question, how do I treat others? How do we treat others? How should we treat others? And you know what he responded? There are no others. There are no others. There are no others. Simple but wise words. You can only say an answer like that when you're living from a place of unity and oneness. You can only come up with something like that when your heart is so wide open that it has space for every other heart in the world. Because then, when you're shaking hands with someone, or you're exchanging pleasantries with someone, or you're exchanging a conversation with someone, or you're even having a disagreement with someone, it's like you're shaking your right hand with your left hand, your left hand with your right hand. It's one and the same. They look separate. Your two arms look separate, but they're attached to the same body. Don't let that fool you. Both your arms are separate, but they're attached to the same body. They're part of the same being. And so in the same way, we're all a part of the same cosmic body. Our work is to work on ourselves, to open our hearts. So I just want to read a couple of things for you today. I've been reading The Gift by Hafiz, phenomenal poet. Mentioned him a few times before in previous episodes, but phenomenal poet. And he wrote this beautiful and short poem that I want to read to you. And it goes like this. It's called How Do I Listen? How do I listen to others? As if everyone were my master, speaking to me his cherished last words. Cherished last words. That is someone who realizes that death can come at any moment for anyone. And so think about, how do you want to leave the interaction that you have with people? Whether it's someone that you're very familiar with, a friend or a family member, or a complete stranger. How do you want to leave them feeling? Because if you're listening to them in a way that is so deeply present, they're going to feel loved. And I believe Hafiz is talking about this beautiful understanding of being entirely present with the person and understanding that we can die at any moment. And as a result, you're present for every moment, every interaction, every conversation. So what would your life feel like? How would your interactions and relationships changed if you were deeply present for every conversation? I've done it many times, and we all do it, when we're distracted and we give half-assed answers, or we're not really focusing and we're texting, or we're on our phone, or whatever. But if we're really listening to someone when they speak, giving them eye contact, putting our phone down, shutting the laptop, putting the book down, whatever it is you're doing, just put it down for a second. They would feel so loved just by the fact that you decided to give them all your attention for those few seconds or minutes. I mean, how would you feel if someone was on the phone talking, texting, and then talking to you and giving half-assed answers? You know they're not fully focused. You know? So just think about that. There are no others. Treat others as if they are yourself, because they are yourself. You're part of the same bigger cosmic self, right? I want to finish with a poem that I wrote actually in Searching in Silence. I wrote, "The most devastating conviction we've inherited is the distance between us and God." The most devastating conviction we've inherited is the distance between us and God. God isn't someone who lives far, far, far away. God is inside each of us. We are creators. We are powerful beings of spirit, split. The Spirit of God is split into every living being and every living thing that you can see in the world right now. Everything is God. When you come from that place, you begin to treat everything and everyone completely differently. So I hope you have a blessed day. Sending you lots of love. I love you. I'm grateful for you. And I'll speak to you again soon.